Don't have my glasses. Left them somewhere else. My God, I'm looking like an old man. Who wants to come here and listen to a guy who starts talking about nothing? Nothing is everything because you're here and you're everything. So if you're here and you're everything, then I'm not talking about anything unless you leave. Then I'm talking about nothing to someone who's not here. Anyways, it's all bull. I was just thinking about the carrot and how Frosty the Snowman uses it as a nose. So when you reverse that, it becomes the tarot creation wheel. Carrotweiler. Number one. Number two, where does the A come from? Have you ever seen this design here? Take a good look at this design. Take a good look at this design. This design here, here, and here. This design is here, here, and here. We're going to do this together. Would you like to do this together with me? Let's do it now. Take the camera off of here and let's do this design. Do you see the way we created the A letter inside of this? The A letter is only the legs. When the legs come in from the star system, right, we're going to design this star system without the legs. And here's the star system, the Star of David. We extend the legs. On top of it, we have the A letter over here. If we do this, okay, in all actuality, you see, this design cannot be done this way. This design, this is a one, what can I say? It's a one square design, meaning that you need more than one of these to create this properly. The Star of David, okay, is not like this. These are all perfect angles, okay? This one over here, do you see this? Now, if I put this on top of this square over here, like this, okay, it goes in between. See the way it's from this corner over here? Can you see it in here? And it goes all the way through. It's cutting all the way through. It's not traveling from this corner to this corner to this corner. It's off center. Okay, this square is a coordinate space measurement. Anyways, we did that. Inside of this, boom, it's 2 by 2. We skip over 2 areas and 2 areas, 2 areas and 2 areas. Okay, this is what we do. Now, why we do this? This is the top. This is the antenna. This is the continuation of the same line. And when we do it twice, we have the legs. Now, if we do it twice, we have the legs, we're going to increase the size of this design. Now, when we come here and I show you, okay, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this properly, but if you see it's like a spaceship, you see the angle of this here and the angle of this here has to do with metrical angles that we have right now, or geometrical angles if you want to use it that way. At the same time, it shows the hourglass. Here is the hourglass. Okay, this is 2 over and 1 up. 2 over and 1 up, we have the hourglass. And then in between, we have the square. The square creates one area. This will create one area, but it's more than one area. It's 2 and 2 of this area, and it's 2 and 2 of this area because it's joined. So this is what the square looks like, and these are your hourglasses. Here's your over. This is a half area. At the same time, it's a whole area because they're joined. They're joined, and now there's this part here and this part here, and then you have the head, the body, the extended body, and the head. I don't know how to do this. If I can sit down and somebody can show me the reality of this, I can probably take this to another level, but it's half areas. You have a half inning in baseball. You have one half of the ice. You have 2 teams. You have the whole field, but you have the infield and the outfield, and then you have the offense and the defense. So it's always split up. A game, okay, is split up between 2 teams. It's split up between one sideline and the second sideline. Something I want to talk about is radio in English and radio in French. 10. Rad. Okay. R-A-D. 1 and 4. Okay. Now, I'm trying to remember where I got this 1 and 4, but the relevance to 1 and 4, and I'm jumping all over the place because I guess that's who I am, and I don't get things down the first time. I might do a video like this 10 times. Here's your 1 and 4 equals to 5. Here's your 2 and 3 equals to 5. 1 times 4 equals to 4. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 5 and 4 equals to 9. Here is your 2. Here is your 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 and 6 is 11. 1 and 4, 5. 2 and 3, 5. 2 and 3, 5 equals to 11. 1 and 4, 5 equals to 9. 9, 11 inside the spirit of 55. What we have to understand about 5, double nickel, is that the Magen David star has 6 points. But at double nickel, it's in between. When you turn the Magen David, it will always sit on one area between the 5th and the 6th one. It'll always sit there. It doesn't sit on the point. It sits between the point. Double nickel. That's one thing I wanted to speak about. But the most important part about this, unfinished, is J and C, which is the 10th and the 3rd letter. The same number to Mercury. Earth and Mars, 52 and 51 equals 103. J and C. 1 and 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7 and 12 equals to 19, the letter S, and DC. S, D, C. It means céder. It means to put away in French. This happens to be the laws of Moses, 6, 1, and 3, 613 laws, the touchdown, the 3-point field goal, and the extra point. It's not a gimme, the extra point. It is the spirit. So if it's not a gimme and it is the spirit, have they interfered with our spirit and they have taken away our spirit? Inside the 3 in the field goal is a spirit. Inside the 3 points, you throw it up, the field goal goes in between the 2, you gain the spirit, the ball is the spirit. The ball is thrown, it spirals, and it cuts through. The ball fits, I'm not sure where to put it, the ball is this size. From one side to the other side, it goes down the field. It goes between the 2 sidelines. JC, 103. JG, the 10th letter and the 7th letter. The French exchange the J for the G. And you know what they say? Juger means to judge. The expression of these 2 letters together between the French saying it, juger, says to judge. 107 becomes 167. 1 and 6 is the only number that creates 7. The spirit is 76 inside the moon. Jack equals to 25. God equals to 26. George equals to 57. Why George? O15, R18. It is the middle number, okay? The middle number, 33 is 6. 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 3 for George. 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3, 3, 3, 3 inside George. It is also a representation of Lovejoy, the pregnancy between the cat and the dog, and also the pig, which is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. George equals to 57. 7 and 5 is 12. And 15 is 27. And 18 is 45. And 7 is 52. And 5 is 57. 5 and 7 is 12. And 18 is 30. And 15 is 45. And 5 is 50. And 7 is 57. Now, why did I do it both ways? Because they tell you 2 different things. 7 is the gateway. 5 is the heart of the gateway, or the spirit in between all sides. This is 313. This is 212. A and B, A and C. The letter M. It actually says McDonald's. Okay? And it also represents E-I-E-I-O, farmer in the dell. Why? Because the E and the I letter, okay, which on a calculator and in the alphabet is here, 5 and 9, E-I-E-I-O. 5 and 9 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 1 and 4, the same 1 and 4 we spoke about before, in which the surrounding of this is 14, the inside and the outside is 7. So when you pass that ball and it's turning spiraling this way, it spirals 14 and it goes through 7. The numbers in the moon. The number of the moon is 57. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 plus 7 is 12. 35 and 12 is 47. 47, the number of Christ. T-I-M-E for time equals to 47. 4 by 7 is 28 in the moon. What is it 28 to? 28, 7 and 4 equals 11. How do you get 11? You need 9 and 2. 1 must come between something else. 1 comes with the 8 heaven. 1 comes with the 8 heaven. Okay, but you do not have anything until you have the birth 9 inside the 2 world, because inside the 2 world, inside is the 1 spirit. The 1 is in the middle of everything. It's 1 and all. 1 and 8 equals to A and H. A and H or the 18th letter equals to A, H, and R, and the person or the name they always call Ra. This is your George. This is God, also represents Venus, also represents Saturn. It backward, it is the dog. In Lo Shu, it represents the birth of spirit, and it represents Uranus. Now we have to understand what the UR sun is. The UR sun, the two letters is 21 and 18 equals to 39, and 93 is again the number inside Saturn, and the two letters together say CL. Now what is this going to do for you, anything I do? Well, for somebody that's going to catch on, this is the work I have to do. I talk to a blank audience. You make with what it is what you think it is. Do you see the way the two eyes are over here and the smiley face and the hair is turned up at the top over here? That's what I just noticed now. Take away this over here, and this ends up to be the heart from the diamond. The diamond and the heart. It's two kinds of diamonds, right? Two kinds of diamonds. This kind of diamond and this kind of diamond. This is a B52. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. 10 and 7 is 17. Represents the Q letter. Okay? Since it's 17 and we have a 10, all zeros equal 6. If a 0 equals to 6, you can't have 5. You can't have 5. You don't live in between. The spirit comes in between. You live either on the left, 4, or on the right, 6. Now, if you go to Lo Shu, and I'm not sure which way to go with this, because Lo Shu would actually say that you get 7 for the number. But 7 is an automatic 6 that comes with 1. The opposite side of 6 is 1. And it's the only dice that has a true 7. Because when I flip this dice over, if you want to color all the spots, this one will come out and this one will come out. 7. You'll be missing up here and down here. But now I'm going to turn it this way. So you have 7 this way and 7 this way. And actually you have 7 this way. The diameter, the greatest diameter, is that what they call it? What is a diameter? A cross? This is side to side, right? The diameter is from here to here and here to here. That's your diameter. If you do it this way, you have from here to here and here to here. That's your diameter. But it's not on balance. Because if it was on balance, this is too low and this is too high. So we put the balance this way, and now the balance is straight across. This is how we create the cross, a perfect balance. So we now have the total of these two, 210, which becomes 210 becomes 216, which is 9 days of 24 hours. And 210 is adding up 1 to the number 20 equals 210. Now 20 equals 26. So now you have to add from 20, you have to add 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 6 times 20 and then 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 21. So it's 120 plus 21 is 141. 141. So we're going to take 141 and try to remember what number I started with, adding all the way up to 26. So 141 and 210 equals 351. The letters A, C, E. ACE. The total alphabet of 26 letters equals to the ACE. When you get up to the J letter, okay, number 10, it equals to 55. Okay, freedom 55, but 0 equals 6 again. So you have to go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's another 60 plus 21. The cube, which is 81. 81 represents the word Venus. 54 and 27. Inside the sun is 54. So you get 81 and 55 is 136. When you add 1A to P, which is 1 to 16, which is the total of the pool balls, it equals to 136. The spirit of the light, creation of the laws, the touchdown, the extra point, and the field goal that carries the spirit. Here's the one spirit we kick the ball. Here's the one spirit we kick the ball. This one carries the spirit inside of it because 6 is opposite of 1. But again, 6 on the telephone, okay, is opposite of 4. But it's not a diameter. Only in Lo Shu does 6 become a diameter, where 4 goes over here. Forget about this. Let's start 1 through 9, because is it over here the 1? Yeah, so it's over here would be 4, Mars, and over here would be 6, Saturn. Now you have a diameter inside Lo Shu. So the creation of Lo Shu creates the diameter, okay, inside of numbers, okay, where 1 starts over here, 9 goes over here, we have 8, which is the difference. But when you go to Lo Shu, you go from here to here between 4 and 6. There's only 2 the difference. It goes 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. We can't just do this on the videos. And when I do this, I watch what I say, I see what I say, and I know whether or not somebody can really understand. It might be confusing. It is confusing. And when I show up with this, I don't even understand it. But it tells me all the different sizes. I need to learn. I need to ask 1,000,001 questions. And guess what? I explain to you and I express myself on these videos, and I know a lot of people can understand, and there's people out there who talk to me and leave me messages, and I don't understand myself because I need to know exactly, and I'd have to ask 101 questions so I can move around the pieces. These tell me tons of size. We do want to understand that the circle, right? A circle has 4. And the reason it has 4 is because this has 4. 1 to here, this to here, this to here, this to here. That's our number system. It's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 4, 7 and 3 are 2 ends, 9 and 1 are 2 ends, 4 and 6 are 2 ends. So we have 8. 8 times 45 equals to 360. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 360. 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. 4, 5, 6. Adam equals to 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 7, 8, 9. Adam equals to 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 6, 6, 6. Between 1 and 7, add 6. Between 2 and 8, add 6. Between 3 and 9, add 6. But it's 5, 5, 5, because the difference in between is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 84 is the number to Pluto. And this is the number inside creation. This one brings the spirit. This one comes with the spirit. And this one is the birth with the spirit. 9, 6, and 3. 9 times 6, 54, the sun. 3 times 6, 18, the angel. A and H. The letter R, Ra. 9 times 6 is 54, times 3 is 162, or 216, 9 days times 24 hours, 216. And that's the Mayan calendar of 10-day route, because we don't count the last day, because that's the day of the traveling of the spirit. Spirit inside the sun. So we now have Jack, God, George. 57, 67, 77, 82, cycle of the moon, 28, 82, the same thing. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 equals 16, and 10, 26, the letter Z. This one here equals 151, in which at 1:55 a.m. is 115 minutes, 151. 155 equals 151. All the systems that you would ever touch, it doesn't matter. Bring me to the element scale, I haven't touched it yet. Bring me to the metric system where we're calculating inches, where we're calculating yards, where we're calculating Celsius or Fahrenheit, whatever you want to do. It's always going to belong somewhere according to association. And it counts because it keeps coming back. The number to the moon, okay, is inside, the number of the moon is 57. The number of George is 57. 57, 75, 75 times 75 is 57, is 5,600. So let me calculate that. 75 times 75 equals 5625. Plus 75 equals 5775. That is the year last year, the year of George, the year of communication, the year we passed into the barrier. When we get to a number, okay, we're not just in the number, you're in the middle of the number, or at the beginning of the number, or at the end of a number. There isn't any, if there's a carryover, that carryover is because it carried on. There is no carryovers. If you multiply any of these numbers, if you want to see how pi works, right? I'm going to give you the answer to pi right now. Give me the whole cycle to pi, and I'm going to give you the whole answer. Every time you hit a 0, you hit 9, because 0 is all. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 by 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 by 2, 6. 3 by 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 8 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 7, 8, 9, 24. 3 times 5 is 15. 4, 5, 6, 15. 3 by 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 by 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. Ra. 3 by 9 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 9, 9, 9. 6, 6, 6. 3, 3, 3. Voila, you have the answer to pi. Every time you get a 0, just mark 9. Now, the reality is, on a cube, the cube is coordinate space. Energy is inside the circle, according to what I understand, okay? Where else is this? The 7 and 7 is 14, which is the circumference of this. 7 and 4 is 11, the letters K and N for the nav, the avenue. AVE, which is 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5, 5, 1, 4. 1 and 4, AD equals to 5. That's your nav avenue. 25, 25. It took both of these, added up separately. This one creates 11. This one creates 4. It's 4 and 11 or 4 and 2. And that's the 9 lives of the cat. Now, 4, because it's 0, 4, that will automatically turn into a 7. This one will automatically turn into a 2. Because why did I do this? Because when you add anything up, this one came out to 14. 1 and 4 is 5. This one comes out to 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 5 and 2 reversed. The number to Earth is 5 and 2. Jesus Christ is in the moon. There's a halo or something on the moon. We see a mist that's on the moon. They compared JG from the French, the exchange between the English and the French in the letters, and inside Jesus Christ, J and C. C is for creation. This is 3 and 10. 10 and 3 is 13. 10 and 3 is 13. 0 equals 6 makes it 19. The letter S, S and S comes inside here. J is the letter 10, becomes 16. This is the letter 7. 16 and 7 is number 23. Jack God equals number 23. This one equals number 19. The total is 42. 42, spirit runs in between. These are the outsides. The record turns inside of this. Inside of that, we have the 2 needles on the record and what holds up the record between the 2 sides equally as the record turns. Unless it's 2 records, one here and one here. And then they turn inside both records. And you know you only need one. Hello. Not sure if you really understood that. The small count for this, okay, is 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 33 is 3 and 3, is 6, 9. So this is 9. Now let's count it again. 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 15, 1 and 5. We're just going to count the single letters. This is 15, this is 18. 7 and 5 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Plus 5 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. Plus 8 is 27. Plus 7 is 34. Plus 5 is 39. 39 equals to the word 10 and CLO saying the sky. 39, 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. This whole word comes out to creation. When we do the same thing inside of Christ, we have 3. Oh, and let me go back to one more thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 letters are under 10 value. So we have to multiply it by 60 because it's 0, 5 becomes 65. This becomes 67, 65, 67, 65, 67 and 65. So 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 makes this one valued at 4. 6 and 5 equals to 2. 4 and 2 is 6. And this one is 7 and 5 is 12. 13 and 8 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. And this one over here becomes 4, becomes 7. And this one becomes 2, becomes 9. Now we have counted it twice. Once when it became 3, the other when it became 9, equaling to the Skynet system. I'm not finished yet. I'm going to show you how 5775 in my next video shows up in this, the roulette wheel. In fact, the roulette wheel at the casinos says something specific. It says orphan children. Well, it just says orphelin, which to me, I play with the words and I put them back to where my vibration tells me what it is. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Before I let you go, and I'll show this in the next video, 2016, everything is between 2. 1 is a singular, becomes 4032 vibration. 4 and 6 is part of the Zion Israel. 32 is the freezing point. It is the doorway. 32, 23 and 23, 4664. 23, 23, 23 is 69. 18 and 19, how they come together. 8 and 9. We're not going to talk. I went too far. 24 minutes, more than enough. Thank you for watching.